Welcome to week 29 of Friends Around the World Crochet Along. We are working on the Ponga tree square this week. The Ponga tree is designed to look like one of the fern plants that they have in New Zealand. So to start, we're going to take your starting color of your choice and work a magic ring. We'll chain one, which doesn't count as a stitch now and throughout, and we'll make 8 half double crochet into the ring for round 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Can join to our first half double crochet to finish off the round, and then we can fasten off, or we can tighten the magic ring. Round 1 complete. Round 2. The square is designed using a solid color. You may of course do colors of your choice. I will be alternating colors each round for the center part of the square to help with stitch placement and being able to identify it on the video. So colors are entirely up to you, although designer did mention that she designed it intentionally for the use of one color, at least for this center part or the tree part of the square. So from where we left off, we will chain 1 to start round 2 and make a half double crochet in that same stitch. Then we want to work a front post double crochet around that half double crochet of round 1. And we'll continue that around. We'll make a half double crochet in the next stitch and front post double around it. Now you may find after you've worked that front post double that the next stitch is slightly hidden, so you'll need to make sure that you are careful to not skip a stitch and work into the next stitch after those front post stitches. So once you've worked your way around, you should have 8 half double crochet and 8 front post double crochet, and you can join to the first half double crochet to finish round 2. Round 3, we'll start with the chain 1 again, and we'll make 2 half double crochet into that same stitch. So 1 and 2. And then we will work the front post double around the front post double from round 2. And we'll continue that for a total of 8 times around. So it's 2 half double crochet, in each of the half double from last round, followed by a front post double around the front post double. So you should have a total of 16 half double crochet plus the 8 front post double at the end of this round. And if that is correct, you'll be able to join with a slip stitch to the starting half double crochet to complete round 3. Round 4, chain 1, we'll make 2 half double crochet in that first half double and 1 half double crochet in the next, and front post double around the front post double. So 2 half double crochet in that first of the 2, a half double crochet in the next, and front post double around the front post double. When you've worked your way around, you should have 24 half double crochet and 8 front post double crochet. and go ahead and join to the starting half double crochet to fasten or to finish off round 4. Round 5, we will start with the chain 1 again and a half double crochet in that same stitch. Now we want to make a front post treble working backwards around that last front post double from the previous round. So we go backward to get around that front post double and complete our front post treble. We will work a front post treble around the next front post double. And then behind those front post treble, we're going to skip this next half double crochet and work a half double crochet in the next. And then front post double around the same front post double that we worked the last front post treble. And we'll continue that around. So we half double crochet in that first half double, work the front post treble back around the front post double. So we have a total of 3 post stitches around that front post double. So the one treble, the double, and then this treble we just made all around that same front post double stitch. Then we skip 1 half double crochet. Nope, sorry, we need to make our front post treble around the next front post double. And then working behind, we skip this next half double crochet and we'll place a half double into that next one. Work the front post double around that same front post double. And work a half double crochet in that first stitch, front post treble around that same front post double. Front post treble around the next, skip 1 stitch behind and half double crochet in the next, which is the third of the 3 half double crochet, front post double around that same front post. So we'll continue that sequence around. Once we make it all the way around, we should have 16 half double crochet, 16 front post treble, and the 8 front post double crochet. Okay, I'm working on my final repeat here. I want to make a front post treble around this front post double, and we already have that starting front post treble. I'm going to move that front post double down to the bottom of the post so that this one will match my placement of that front post treble on all of the other ones. So this front post treble I'm going to put at the top of the front post double post. And skipping that half double crochet behind and working into the next half double, and then my front post double I'm going to place in between the 2 front post treble that are already there, and then join to that starting half double crochet to end round 5. So you can see how by moving that, now put it back up a little bit higher, moving that treble, the placement of those post stitches are the same on each of the spoke. So round 6, chain 1 again, half double crochet in that same joining stitch. Front post treble around this last front post double crochet that we made in round 5. So reaching our hook back again to find that front post double and complete the front post treble. And then working a front post treble around the front post double in the next set. So remember, the first post stitch is a treble, the last one's a treble, so the front post double is that middle post stitch that we worked. So complete the front post treble there. And we'll skip these 2 front post treble from last round and want to place a half double crochet in the half double crochet just past that front post double, so our right there. And then we'll make the front post double around that same stitch as the front post treble. Half double crochet in this first half double crochet that's between that front post and that front post treble. So half double crochet there, working the front post treble around that same stitch where we just worked that front post double, so reaching back a little bit again. And then front post treble over in the next set in that middle post stitch around that front post double crochet. Then we'll skip these 2 treble stitches and work a half into that half double crochet. And that front post double around that same post stitch where we just worked the front post treble. Okay, so I'll show you that one more time. We'll make the half double crochet in that half front post treble around the front post double, so working slightly behind, front post treble around the next front post double, skip the 2 front post treble in between and working behind that treble, make a half double crochet in the half front post double around that same post stitch, and so on. So you can see how these front post treble are kind of making the branches of the fern, and the front post double is the center stem of each fern. So we should have a total of 16 half double crochet, 8 front post double, and 16 front post treble again. So you can work your way around, and I'll meet you just before we join. So I'm ready for my last front post treble, but going around that beginning front post double. I've moved my starting treble down a little bit lower on the post, so this treble can be above that one to match the other ones. Half double crochet in the half double crochet, and front post double. I'm going to place it between the 2 front post double, so in the middle of that post, and then join with my slip stitch to the starting half double crochet to end round 6. Round 7, we'll chain 1, and we're going to make 2 half double crochet in that same stitch as our join. So 1 and 2 half double crochet, front post double around the next front post treble. So on mine, there's a front post treble down here in my pink row, so this front post treble, the first one we made in round 6. So we're going to make a front post treble, a front post double around that front post treble. Front post double around the next front post treble from round 6. And we want to work behind that double we just made and work a half double crochet in the front post treble from round 6. And half double crochet in the next half double. And make the front post double around the front post double. So that's one repeat. So to do that again, we'll make 2 half double crochet in this next half, front post treble around the front post treble. It's a front post double around the front post treble, front post double around the next front post treble, and half double crochet in that same front post treble, and half double crochet in the next half double crochet, and then front post double around that center front post double. Okay, so continue that around and I'll meet you back here just before the join. So finishing up my final repeat, I just need to make that last front post double crochet around the front post double and then join to our starting stitch to end round 7. So you should have 32 half double crochet and 24 front post double in this round 7. Round 8, chain 1 and half double crochet in that starting stitch, that joining stitch, front post treble around the front post double that we just finished off round 7. We'll skip the next stitch and half double crochet in the next 2, which are those front post double from last round. So we'll place a half double crochet in each of them, and then a front post treble around this next front post double. We'll skip one stitch, this first half double crochet here, and working in that next half double crochet we'll make a half double crochet, but working behind the front post treble we just made. And then place a front post double around that same stitch where we just worked the front post treble. Okay, so we'll continue that around again. We will make half double crochet in this half double just past the front post treble. We'll work backwards and make a front post treble around that same front post double. Skip one stitch and we'll half double crochet in each of these next 2 front post double crochet. Make the front post treble around that next front post double, and behind that treble we just made we'll skip a stitch and work a half double crochet in the next half double, double crochet front post double around that same front post double, half double in the next, ready to start again with that front post treble around that same front post double. So again we will have 3 post stitches on that same center front post double. So you can continue to work those repeats all the way around, and I'll meet you just before the join. Okay, so on my last repeat, I'm ready for the treble crochet around that same front post double that we started with. And again, I've moved my other front post treble down farther on the post to allow room for these last two. Working behind, and in that half double crochet we'll place a half double crochet, and then the front post double around that same post in between the two front post treble, and join to our starting stitch to complete round 8. So you should have 32 half double crochet, 16 front post treble, and 8 front post double. So round 9, we will chain 1 and half double crochet in that starting or that joining stitch. We want to front post treble behind into around the front post double that we finished last round with. So front post treble, and we'll make a half double crochet in this next front post treble from round 8, and make a front post double around that same front post treble. Front post double around the next front post treble, and then half double crochet in that same front post treble. So we're working behind the double we just made a little bit. Then we'll work the front post treble around that next front post double, and then we want to work behind the treble we just made into this half double crochet and work a half double crochet in there. And front post double around that same front post double. Okay, so we'll work that together one more time, starting with a half double crochet in that half double, front post treble around the same front post double where we already have 2 post stitches, half double crochet in this next front post treble, and front post double around that same front post treble. Front post double around the next front post treble, half double crochet in that same front post treble that we just worked around, front post treble around this next front post double, and then working behind, we'll place a half double crochet in the half double crochet. And front post double around that same front post double. So I'll let you continue to work that around, and I'll meet you back here just before the end. Finishing up my last repeat once again, I'm ready for the front post treble around that same front post double that we started with. And I've moved that first treble lower on the post, making the half double crochet behind the front post treble we just made into that half double, and then placing the front post double between the 2 front post treble already on the round 8 front post double. Then join to our starting half double crochet to complete round 9. So you should have a total of 32 half double crochet, 16 front post treble, and 24 front post double crochet. So a good way to check is that you have the 3 post stitches on our center stem of those front post doubles, plus you'll have these 2 front post double on either branch of the fern. Round 10, chaining 1 again to begin, and half double crochet in our joining stitch. And we'll work a front post treble back around that last front post double that we made in round 9. And then we'll work a half double crochet in this next front post treble and front post double around that same front post treble. Go. We want to skip this next stitch and we will half double crochet in each of the next 3. So the first 2 are those front post double and then that half double. So 1, 2, and 3 half double crochet. Front post double around this next front post treble. And half double crochet in the top of that same treble. We'll make a front post treble around this front post double or that center stem. Working behind the treble we made, we'll half double crochet in that half double crochet. Front post double around that front post double, and that's our first repeat. So we'll work that one more time together, starting with the half double crochet in that first half double crochet past that center front post double. We'll make a front post treble back around that same front post double. Half double crochet in this next front post treble and front post double around that same front post treble. Skip the next stitch and we'll half double crochet in each of the next 3. 1, 2, and 3. We'll front post double in this next front post treble, and then we'll place a half double crochet in the top of that front post treble. Front post treble around the center front post double crochet, working behind the treble we just made, half double crochet in that half double crochet, front post double around that front post double. So once you've worked your way around, I'll meet you over here to show you the end of this round. Working my final front post treble, and again I've moved the starting front post treble down the post a little bit lower to fit in this front post treble, then working behind into that half double crochet, and then the front post double between the 2 trebles on that post, and I can go ahead and join to our starting stitch to end round 10. So round 10 should have a total of 56 half double crochet, 16 front post treble, and 24 front post doubles. Round 11, starting with the chain 1 again and half double crochet in that joining stitch. We'll make a front post treble back around this ending front post double from last round. And front post double around this next front post treble. Front post double around the next front post double, and 2 half double crochet in the next stitch. So 1, 2 half double crochet. We'll skip the next stitch and make 2 more half double crochet in the next. 1 and 2. So we'll front post around this next front post double around the front post double. Front post double around the next front post treble. And front post treble around the next front post double. We want to make a half double crochet in the half double crochet behind the treble we just worked. Front post double around the same front post double. And that is our first repeat. So again, we'll do that one more time together. Half double crochet in this first half double crochet, front post treble back around that front post double, then we'll front post double in the next front post treble, and front post double around the next front post double. Two half double crochet in the next stitch, skip a stitch, 2 half double crochet in the next, front post double around the front post double, front post double around the front post treble, and front post treble around that front post double. Working behind the treble, half double crochet in that half double crochet, and front post double around that same front post double. So once you've worked your way around, again, I'll meet you just before we join. Finishing up my final few stitches, again I've pushed that first front post treble down the post farther. I'm going to work my front post treble, a half double crochet behind in that half double crochet, and the final front post double in between those two trebles, and go ahead and join to complete round 11. So you should have a total of 48 half double crochet, 16 front post treble, and then 40 of the front post double crochet. Round 12, chain 1 to begin again, and half double crochet in that joining stitch. Oops. Front post treble around this previous front post double, so working a little bit back behind, and complete that front post treble. front post double around this next front post treble. We're going to skip this next stitch and half double crochet in 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So that last stitch should be in that front post double. We'll front post double around this next front post treble and front post treble around that center stem, that front post double crochet. And working behind the treble we just made, we'll make a half double crochet in that half double crochet, and then the front post double around that same front post double. Okay, so we'll continue the next repeat. Half double crochet in that first half double crochet, front post treble, back behind around that same front post double, and front post double around the next front post treble. Skip the next stitch, that which is at front post double, and working into the next, we will make a total of 7 half double crochet in the next stitches. There's 4, 5, 6, and 7. Front post double around that front post treble, and front post treble around the front post double, half double crochet behind the treble into the half double crochet, and then front post double around the front post double. Okay, and I'll meet you back here at the end of this round. Finishing up my final repeat, making that front post treble around the front post double, half double crochet behind that treble into that half double, and the final front post double crochet. So once you have completed this round, you should have a total of 72 half double crochet, 16 front post treble, and 24 front post double crochet. Round 13, we will chain 1 to start and half double crochet in that joining stitch. Front post treble, back around that front post double crochet that we ended last round with. We're going to skip the next stitch, which would be this front post treble, and we will work a half double crochet in each of the next 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So that last half double crochet should be in that front post treble. We'll make a front post treble around that front post double, and working behind the treble, we'll place a half double crochet in that half double crochet, and then our front post double around that same front post double. Okay, we can complete that around, and I'll meet you back at the end of this round. Working my final front post treble around that front post double, the half double crochet behind, and the front post double. We can go ahead and join to finish off round. Round 14, if you're continuing with the same color, you just chain 1 and single crochet in that joining stitch. If you are changing colors, we are going to start in any of the half double crochet just past that center front post double. So I'm going to start with a standing single crochet, and then I'll half double crochet in each of the next 3 stitches. So 1, 2, and 3. And then double crochet in 3, 1, 2, and 3. Then in the next stitch we will make our first corner to turn this into a square. So we'll place a double crochet, chain 2, and double crochet in that same stitch. Double crochet in the next 3 stitches, 1, 2, and 3. Half double crochet in the next 3, 1, 2, 3, and then we'll single crochet in 16. 1, 2, 3, 15, and 16. Then we'll start again with a single crochet, half double crochet in the next 3, double crochet in the next 3, and then our next corner of double crochet, chain 2, double crochet in that same stitch. So I have 2 of my corners done. So past the corner there's 3 double crochet, 3 half double crochet, and then 16 single crochet plus another single, so there's a total of 17 single crochet, 3 halves, 3 doubles, and then the next corner. So you continue to work your way around until we've met up to our starting point, and I'll meet you there. When you've worked the final repeat, at the end of 16 stitches you should meet up with our starting single crochet of the round, and you can go ahead and join to that single crochet to end round 14. So there should be a total of 68 single crochet, 24 half double, and 32 double crochet, or on each side it's the 6 double crochet, 6 half double crochet, 17 single crochet, and then the double crochet, chain 2 double crochet in each of the corners. Round 15 we'll start with a chain 1 right where we finished off, and half double crochet in that same and the next stitch, and double crochet in the next 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 double crochet, then the corner of double crochet, chain 2, double crochet, all in that chain 2 space from last round. We'll double crochet in the next 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, half double crochet in 2, 1 and 2, and then single crochet in the next 15. 1, 2, 3, 14 and 15 single crochet, half double crochet in the next 2, double crochet in the next 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, which should bring us to the next chain 2 corner space, and we'll work the double crochet, chain 2, double crochet in that space. So between the corners we should have a total of 15 single crochet, the 4 half double crochet, and 12 of the double crochet, plus the chain 2 and the 2 double crochets in each corner. So you can work your way around, joining to our starting single crochet with a slip stitch to complete round 15. Round 16, chain 1, and we'll single crochet in that same stitch and each of the next 2 for a total of 3 single crochet to start this round, and then half double crochet in 3, 1, 2 and 3, and double crochet in the next 3, 1, 2 and 3. Then into the corner space we'll make the double crochet, chain 2, double crochet again for our new corner, working down the next side. We'll start with the double crochet in the next 3, 1, 2 and 3, half double crochet in 3, 1, 2, 3, then single crochet in the next 18 stitches. So I have 2, 3, 16, 17, 18 single crochet, and then we're ready to start the repeat again. So there'll be 3 more single crochet, 1, 2, 3, half double crochet in 3, 2 and 3 half double crochet, and then double crochet in the next 3. So that's 1, 2 and 3 double crochet, and ready for our next corner, double crochet, chain 2 double crochet in that space. So each side should then have a total of 21 single crochet. There should be 6 half double crochet on each side, the 6 double crochet plus the double crochet, chain 2 double crochet in the corner. Round 17, we will chain 3 from where we left off and make 9 double crochets. So a double crochet in each of the next 9 stitches. It's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. That starting chain 3 counts as a double crochet, so there should be 10 double crochet now along that side. Into the corner we will work this time 2 double crochet, chain 2, and 2 more double crochet in that corner space. Working down the next side, we're going to skip this first stitch, the hidden stitch, and double crochet in the next 25 stitches. That's 2, 3, 4, 5. When you finish the 25 double crochet, we start the repeat over, so there's 9 more on the side before you get to the corner. So each side will have a total of 34 double crochet plus the 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet in each corner. So you work your way around, and I'll meet you here just before the join. So finishing up my final side, I'm going to place my last double crochet, which is the 24 double crochet instead of the 25 because we made that starting chain. And then we can join to the top of our starting chain 3 and fasten off, and well done. Another square complete for our friends around the world.